This is your host, Steve from the back. As always, I'm trying to use a different type of audio. I'm trying to use a mic. It's just an experiment. Um, so this is a weird topic. This is a touchy subject, right? But I'm gonna speak on this. I'm gonna.
Ja, en dan is een kruisje. Heb je nog een kruisje?
Ja, maar dat is een goeie. Maar het is niet zo van... Ah!
Nee.
Ik word echt... Het is... Ah!
Speak on this because I have seen far too much of this in recent times. I've seen far too much of this in more of my adult life on the internet, and it's a subject that has to be talked about, right? Now, me being a black man, I'm sick and tired of seeing these Negroes like myself, these black people, cry, for lack of a better word, crybabying. All right? Crybabying and complaining all the time. It's always, oh, this platform's racist. This is racist. My content isn't getting the views it deserves. My content is being stolen, so on and so forth. And your whole, pretty much the gist of your argument. The gist of your argument is that you are being discriminated against because you are a person of color, or if you really want to get woke points, if you really want to get marginalized and get token points, it's not just that you're a person of color, but you're going to take it to the furthest step you could take it and say that you are African American. Oh, crap. That you're black like me. Like, oh. I look at it this way, man. Anyone can be taken advantage of on a platform because they created something. Someone redid it, didn't give them the credit. That can be a thing. But there is a line that has to be drawn, as well as, some people are actually hurting themselves, whether they think that they're helping themselves, they're actually hurting themselves. People get into stuff like, oh yeah, because we're black, because we're all supposed black, or we're all, quote, melanated, or that's what gets me the most, melanated. It makes me laugh pretty hard when people use that term, like, we're melanated beings, like, we're melanated. Like, so we need to ban, you don't band together because you are all a so-called marginalized group. You don't, that's not how you do things. Like, matter of fact, that's a sure recipe for probably disaster and straight up cringe. Now, I'm overgeneralizing everything by saying that, but listen to what I'm saying. It's cringy. It starts to go into the realm of begging. You're starting to go into the realm of nobody wants to look at my content, so not only please look at me, but you better look at me. It's like, you better invest into my content. What? If people like your content, whatever that is, then they are going to invest, or they're going to view it, or they're going to do whatever with it, right? And grow you, and nurture you, right? First off, do not. This is so cringe. I'm sorry. This is cringe. These are token moves and cringy moves. Only token people and cringe people do this type of thing. You do not band together on the basis that you are a marginalized group. You don't. you don't. And if you do, oh man, I'm sorry, but if you do, then you better be making some real bomb ass content. Your content better be something really good then, because if you can force, because it's always forced. That's forced. That's what we call forced. if you have people purposely band together to try to create a collaboration or to even create a group, like it's almost like you're trying to create a some type of a force, like some type of team, and then like you think that you're reinforcing yourself because like-minded individuals, you think, okay, well, now we're about to get this money. Okay, we're gonna actually make a difference. That hardly ever works. Would it work if your content was like somehow just really, really good, or maybe, I don't know, maybe you're like really, really attractive, or everyone in your clique or your group or whatever is just stunning, and it's just like all of this attention is coming from this thing. That's one way to do it, and like, yeah, that if your content, like I said, if your content is that good, then you're really wise for that, and you've done what a lot of other people have done. They realize, hey, we're making a lot of money, but we could like double this if we band together, right? But you have to already have had success and great success already to pull that off. Do not do this whole cringy, we're all black and brown people, we're going to make cringy content for babies. We're going to tell people blue pill things, feed people blue pill, I don't know what to call it, nourishment. You're going to give people blue pill stuff and think that somehow you're doing something. You're making a fool of yourself and you're being a clown. You're just clowning around at that point. You're making a big fool of yourself. So I just thought this had to be said because this is a thing that I see things like this, okay? I see this thing. I see this pattern. I see this, and it actually deeply hurts me, okay? It not only hurts me as me being a black person because I'm like, God damn, like why do we always make ourselves the weakest link? It's like we just never it's like it's weird. Like you have some black people, it's always these one in here, one in a few, and here and there and here and there. And I'm going to get a little bit into that probably later, but what I'm saying is you get usually a black person here, a black person there, very successful black people. Some of them, I don't know how to say this. Like, so are, oh yeah, I know what I'm saying. Are some of them a little bit more like really, really pro black, which is nothing wrong with that, but it's just not as common when someone gets to a certain degree of like wealth, status, whatever. Usually, they were never that way. They usually never are that way or were changed to be that way. So pro anything because at that point they're just successful and they don't really, But sometimes it happens. But regardless, what I'm saying is you get black people who are very successful. They're media people. They're in types of entertainment, and they get very successful. And these people, these individuals, they are one entity into themselves. They are not a team. They are not a group. They don't band together. They just do their thing and they're good at what they do, right? Like you get people like these basketball players, movie stars, and stuff like that. And it's like, okay, they just do what they do, right? Regardless of that, they're black. So I'm just saying, like good content is good content. Does a black person sometimes get less credit than they should get because even despite of that they have like really good content of something? Of course that can happen, and of course it does happen. But is it cringe and is it shame worthy and is it just retarded if you are going to make garbage content because you are struggling now? You're struggling to obtain views, money, recognition, attention, and so forth, and you have made trash content and sacrificed, and then like you think you're doing something good, but you're just doing. It's like you got to realize that some recipes, some methods don't work because they never can work, and then sometimes they don't work because it's not the right people yet. And it could be either or, it could be a combination of both or none of the above. What I'm trying to say is like often it fails. And I would guarantee you most people now, if you think that that's what you're doing for means of success, you are probably going to fail. So, and you are making me, I cringe so hard. I've seen a couple videos, I'm not even gonna really get into it, but I cringed like so hard. I was just like, this is ugly. I was like, this is really ugly. This is like, this has blue pill written all over it. This is like blue pill all over. It's nonsense. It's like, if you're going to, like I said again, if you're going to do something, okay, I'll put it like this: don't even put no melanated, don't put no black, African American. Don't get token now. Don't be on that token stuff. And then thinking that, okay, that's my angle, and then present your work, right? Don't do it. I don't care if you want to make a team. You could go ahead and make a team, get some really badass black people, regardless of who these people are, together, and then make content of some sort, right? There you go. Badass content sells, right? I don't care if it's porn. Do whatever you have to do. But my point is, make your content. If it's good, it's good, right? And then do what you want from there. From there, you could keep on trying to work with only black people if that's what you want to do. If you want to try to sow into black businesses, if you want to try to promote certain businesses in your links that you're always promoting or always tied to black owned or whatever, do that. Don't try to force, because I'm telling you, if you're successful, you're going to be successful regardless. Regardless. But if anything, like I said, and this depends on your audience too. This depends on not your target audience, your actual audience. I don't mean your target audience. We all have a target something or an agenda. I mean your audience that you actually get. If, let's say, they're all pro black, right? See, the thing about me is I'm pro black, but I'm also pro a lot of other things. I'm pro Satanism. I'm pro occult. I'm pro freedom of speech also. I'm pro gun. I'm pro a lot of things. You know what I mean? But I'm also pro like success for everybody. I'm pro people being successful and people not supposedly so much buying into mainstream religion. Now, like I said, I am very pro satanic, but I'm not a fool. You know what I mean? I'm not a fool, man. Like, don't get it twisted. I have a desire to see my own people succeed, but at the same time, I'm real. I'm not fooling myself about anything. I'm not delusional. So I know when someone is trying to push a boulder up a hill, and I know how it ends. And like I said, when I see people trying to push boulders up hills, I already know what the fuck's gonna happen. Oh, there we go. I tried to keep this more clean than that, but whatever. When I see people trying to push a boulder up a hill, I know how it ends. I already know. I'm like, okay, I see what you're trying to do, but you're very misinformed. And I'm going to also say, do not come with that cutesy wootsy thinking you're cute. Do not come with that thinking you're cute shit. Thinking that you're cutesy wootsy and you're going to baby talk and when people be saying stuff like telling someone that they're this, telling someone that they're beautiful. Maybe you're feeding them lies. Like for instance, right? If I am a person and I know that I'm ugly, right? Like, don't tell me that I am wonderful and that, I'm this and I'm attractive, and don't tell me that my receding hairline is attractive, and don't tell me that my black features are attractive, and do not tell me lies or be telling people lies, right? Like, keep it real. You know what I mean? Just keep it real, man. You know, like, don't lie to someone. Tell them possible solutions that, hey, maybe this is first. Be like, I mean, you may even be like, you know what? Just this is not your thing. Like, looks is not your thing, or someone may be gorgeous, but you'd be like, you know what? You really look good, but you're ditzy and you're dumb. Number one, and number two, you can't sing for nothing. So you may need to find an outlet to where possibly you will flourish. Just stop this crap, you know. But I have to say now, black people get babied a lot of time. People love babying us for some reason, and I just don't believe in it, you know, because we already know what's the truth. The thing that's sad too, women too, especially women. It's like you already know what the deal is, but you want to fool yourself. So I don't know. That's the state you want to live in. You want to live in that state, and you know, all types of people do this, but you get what I'm saying. It's like, do not come with that baby nursery energy. Do not come with that. Don't come with that energy. It doesn't work. It's like, think of it this way. People that actually are talented, attractive, wonderful, amazing, this and that, no one has to tell them those things. Matter of fact, they hear that so much that it's like, yeah, it's a compliment, and maybe their ego is always fed, but they know that. No one needs to tell them that. It's just like I said this before. I said, like, I'll use women for example. You get these Instagram type of women to where, you know, they got these hourglass bodies, and you know, they got these you know, super attractive faces and bodies, and you know, they're the type of girl to where they could clean up an entire bar if they wanted to. You know, anything, anywhere they go. You know, all types of men from all types of races, ages, are always looking, right? They don't. No one has to no one has to tell them their positive traits. No one has. They know that. It's so simple. It's like they can clearly look in a mirror and tell what is going on, right? But this is the issue, and this is what pissed me off. But then you get people who literally say these things to people where it's like it's not even true. Like, that's not true. No, you're not that attractive. No, you are not that talented. No, your content is actually trash. And no matter how many blue pills that you try to put down a person's throat, sadly, I really hope they don't believe it, because if they're believing this trash, then they are even worse off, and you're actually enabling them, doing worse to them. So hurt their feelings, tell them the truth. I don't care what race you are. I don't care what race of Negro, Asian, Caucasian, Hispanic, whatever you are. Trash is trash. It's like, what I'm saying is, if you have no good content, no talent, no this, no that, your looks, whatever it is, what I'm trying to say is this. Lying to you is not going to help you. Telling you the truth is going to help you, right? Telling you the truth is going to help you. I could tell you a sort of a half truth. I could tell you something like, well, you know, in the eyes of said target audience, crowd XYZ, way off somewhere in the about to fall off the edge of the earth, maybe that group is into what you're putting out or whatever. You know, maybe they are, but really no one else is. I mean, that's kind of a truth, right? It's kind of like a half truth, but it's a truth. Like, it's put some truth in there. But I didn't want to say like there is no absolute hope for you. I didn't say that, because I mean, come on, that's actually a little way further off, you know. What I'm trying to say is, stop the cringe. Okay, stop the cringe stuff. The cringe is that whole like blue pill lies, right? In blue pill solutions. Just stop it, please. Please just stop. And no one wants to be a token weakling. No one wants to be, I'm the black person that got this because of, oh, pity. Oh, I'm pity you. Look at you. Look at your looks. Oh, look at the stigma. Look at your finances. Look at this. Pity, 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 pity. Here you go. Here's a couple cents in a dollar, 'cause I know you need it more than me. You poor black individual. No one. We don't want that. No one wants that. People, if you want, it's like people want things, but they want the merit by however they get it, obviously. But this is the kicker, right? This is the kicker. A lot of these people, they're getting the token sympathy, but they are not getting the cash outcome, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? They're getting the token energy. Oh, oh, not even being taken seriously, just being pitied. No one likes that. That is the most like ego crushing. That is the most ego crushing. It's kind of like with men, like us men, we talk about this sometimes. We talk about this, how like when a man says something serious to a woman, like when he professes like how much he's into her, how much he cares, or how much he loves her, or whatever, how beautiful she is, or this or that. No man wants a woman's an awe reaction, because that's some shit you say to like a mother, excuse my French, but a person that you know you would never really take seriously what they're saying. There is no forethought. There is no weight to it. It's like there is no weight now on you. Like we're like, oh really? Oh well, you know I'm gonna reciprocate that. You know I really value that. Like and you know reciprocate that back, or you feel the same way or whatever. That's like some energy you would give to like, I don't know. That sounds like, let's say if you were a how do I describe this? If you were like a, I don't know, yeah. If you were like a 25-year-old female and a 10-year-old boy had a crush on her, like would that make sense? And a 10-year-old boy somehow has enough attraction where he has a crush on a 20 whatever year old girl. That's an, she'd say like, oh, because it's, you know, like it's cute. Like, you get what I'm saying? My point is this: is us blacks are just as much wild. People. You know what I mean? We're adults. We don't want no bullshit like that. We don't want awes and pities and cuddles and no motherfucker. That's not. No one wants that. We want cold hard cash, right? We want money. We want pussy. We want the same thing that the supposed white person that supposedly XYZ is taking seriously. Like, oh, he said that. Oh, okay. You know, I'm gonna date him or whatever. I'm gonna think about getting engaged soon because he professed. See, no one wants that weak energy. It's just kind of like if I give you an idea, right? I give you like what's it called? Like a script idea or some type of idea, right? If I give you an idea and you just, oh, you don't, oh, I feel like I'm about to lay a smack across. Like what? You better be joking. Like you don't. Oh, what? Like I just fucking gave you an idea, a good idea. Invest in that shit. Like what are you talking about? Oh, you know, like I said, that's something you say to your, that type of energy. That's that token pity energy. That's the energy people give their kids. We are not kids, and this is what I mean about black people. Always put themselves in the position that yes, they would seem like they are not taken seriously, like they are children. Like it's you're you know, it's kind of like if you ever were a slave, you further are perpetuating the same results. It's like because you are not ever, you're never thinking in the right mode, you know. And this is what I mean, which pisses me off, and it's a shame. It's like black female, like what is this? It's not just females, but it's mostly females. TikTok black females, blacks on TikTok, blacks crybabying You're crybabying now? Blacks? We are crybabying now. What? You're crying now. You're crying for views. You want to be a token. Okay, I get it. You're token. Okay. Okay. Because you really have nothing actually to offer. So now you're begging for things. I see how this is. I see how this is. I see what this is. See, that is no good. I don't give any that is not good. That is pitiful. That is disgusting. That's disgusting. Just saying. So, and then this is another thing I have to talk about. So then you get a person like me, and they call, a coon. Oh, he's a coon. You're a coon. You're Uncle Tom. No, what? What is it? Because I don't want to beg for things? Is that why? That makes me a coon? Also? I'm a coon because I don't beg for things or try to manipulate people's emotions by claiming to have virtue or that what I say is virtuous, and if you don't agree with it, then you are a bad person via, your opinion. I believe in free speech, and I believe in putting in work in creating something to get something by certain means. I don't believe in crybabying, claiming that I'm a victim, claiming that I was wrong, and then trying to even more make it more cringe by gathering with more people that have the same opinion I do and thinking that we are going to somehow, like I always say this, thinking that we are going to strong arm reality and think that we are going to turn a platform or a reality into how we want it instead of working with the reality in trying to get the same effect that someone else did. Now, I will say this: a more attractive, more this that Caucasian person, would they probably, how do I say this? What I'm saying is, would you probably have to work twice as hard, 3 times as hard to maybe get a certain result that they got? You probably will. But on the same coin, you still have to put in that twice as hard, 3 times as hard work. Possibly, maybe not. It depends on what field are you in. What is your talent? What platform are you on? What's your audience? You know what I mean? So that's what I'm trying to say. Now, will I get called a coon? Will I get called this or that? Yeah. Do I care? No. I don't care. What I'm saying is true. Half the stuff I say offends people on this channel. Half of it is